So the Supreme Person can manifest himself any way that he wants in this world because this world is composed of his own energy. The difference between the individual living soul and the Supreme Soul is that there is something called the material energy, and the material energy is superior to the individual living soul. No one can defy them. No scientist with all his knowledge, all his technology, no wealthy millionaire with all his money, no famous person with all their renown, no one can defy these laws of material nature. All of us are under their control. But Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is not under the control of the material energy because the material energy is one of his energies. Parasya Shaktir Vividayava Shruyate. He has many different energies, multifarious energies, and one of them is this material energy. So if he chooses, he can come into the material world. Just like the owner of a business, if he likes, he can visit the factory floor. And he can go to the factory floor and he can see what's happening there. But it doesn't mean that he's under the same rules and regulations as the workers who are there. They're working, they're not allowed to leave their machine except for so many minutes for a break. If they want to go take some time off, they have to ask for permission, they have to apply for time off, or if they want sick leave, they have to get a note from the doctor to say that they were sick. But the boss of the business, he can go there just like they can, but it is very different for him to be there than it is for them. And similarly, when the Supreme Lord advents himself in this material world, it's very different for him than it is for us.
Ram, what is this I hear that you are leaving? You cannot leave us. You are our very life and soul.
Oh, Brother Bharat, it is our Father's wish that you be the king, and that I should live outside. We must honor his wish. That is our duty as his sons. We owe him our very existence in this world as he is the direct cause of our bodies. Do not lament. Discharge your duty without respect to loss or gain, pleasure or pain. You are a fit man to rule Ayodhya.
No, O Ram, I am not fit to carry your shoes until upon my head. You cannot go.
I must.
With these words, Ram, Sita and Lakshman left for a life of exile in the forest. King Dasharat, his heart broken in separation from his son Ram, dies. And Bharat is crowned as his successor. Bharat never sits on the throne. That he considers to rightly belong to his brother Ram, but instead keeps a pair of Ram's shoes on it, considering himself, although externally the king of Ayodhya, as eternally the servant of Lord Ram. Ram, Sita and Lakshman lived in the forest together for some time, having been cast out of their kingdom by envy. They once again found themselves its victim. By the cruel twists of fate, they caused the material world to be a place unfit for a gentleman.
Oh, look, Ram! A beautiful golden deer. Did you not see it? Oh, it was so beautiful. Its golden skin shone like the sun as it leaped through the air. It had such a cute button nose and a fluffy tail. Oh, Ram, I must have it. Please capture it for me.
That was no ordinary deer. I do not have a good feeling about this. Please do not ask this of me.
Oh, Ram, please, you really must get it for me. I really want it. I cannot think that I will be happy if I do not get it.
Externally feeling harassed by his wife, although internally dwelling in complete knowledge and bliss, ever satisfied in himself, for the purpose of Leela, or divine pastime, Lord Ram resolved to capture the deer.
Lakshman, you remain here with Sita. Do not leave under any circumstances. I have a feeling that this is a ruse, a trick by malevolent forces. Aha! Now I have you!
As the deer fell to the ground, it revealed its true form as Maricha, a demon, who had assumed the form of a deer in order to trick Ram. With his dying breath, Maricha, in a voice exactly resembling that of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Ram, called out,
Oh, Sita! Oh, Lakshman!
Oh, Lakshman, go quickly, your brother needs you.
No, nothing can happen to Ram. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He cannot be harmed by anyone or anything.
What's wrong with you, Lakshman? Did you not hear him calling our names in distress? He needs your help.
He has told me to remain here and I must obey his instruction.
Are you afraid that you are not rendering assistance to your brother when he is in some difficulty? Is that it, Lakshman? Are you too cowardly to anything except remain with a woman when a battle is to be fought?
I am Lakshman, the mighty warrior. I am not afraid. I have left my father's kingdom to live in the woods for my brother Ram. I am prepared to give up this body for him.
Then go! Go!
But the reason for him coming into this world is to give some guidance to the living entities. Otherwise we are just lost in this vast world with no way of understanding what we should do or how we should do it. So therefore the Lord comes into this world and he establishes through his own personal example and through the teachings that he gives how human beings should live, and that the goal of life is self-realization, to realize our identity as the Spirit Soul and our relationship with the Supreme Spirit Soul, the Supreme Lord, the Absolute Truth.
Remain within this circle no matter what happens until Ram and I return. While you remain within the circle, nothing can touch you. You will be safe as long as you follow this command.
Oh, what can be happening? I'm so worried for Ram.
taking advantage of the diversion he had created. The evil King Ravana came disguised as a sannyas Brahmin, a saintly mendicant.
Oh, good day, sir.
Namaste. All good fortunes to you, mother. Well, you are dressed as someone who, due to their pious actions in previous life, has taken a higher birth. And yet you act as though you do not know how to receive the saintly Brahman.
Well,
what is the meaning of this? Do you not know that failure to properly respect the saintly class in society leads to the destruction of the individual and of the society? You bring shame and ruination on yourself and your family by your failure to act according to the proper standards of human behavior.
Oh, please forgive me, sir, but I cannot step outside this circle.
What is this nonsense? I am very weak and weary from my many days without food. I am dependent on the mercy of those engaged in fruitive activity and family life to survive. Having renounced all connection with worldly life, having me at your mercy, are you about to let me suffer in this way? How piteous I am and deserving of your mercy, and how cruel you are to leave me in a state without properly honouring me and protecting me.
A woman's heart is naturally soft, and Sita's heart is melted by the words of the false Brahmin. Against her better judgment and Lakshman's command, she steps outside the circle.
Ha! Now you're mine. You're too good for that fool Ram. I am more worthy of your attention than he. To Lanka!
Lakshman, help me!
With these words, the evil King Ravan flew off into the sky with his captive.
Ram!
Lakshman, what are you doing here? I left you with Sita. What has happened?
Sita sent me to help you. We heard you calling for us.
I need no assistance. I fear that evil has befallen Sita. Let us return at once. She's gone!
Oh no!
This has happened because you neglected my command. As a result, calamity has befallen us. When one neglects the religious injunctions which are meant for their own protection, they open the door to disaster. Sita! Oh, Sita!
Oh!
Who goes there?
Ram! Ram!
Who are you and what has befallen you? Who has done this to you?
The evil King Ravan has kidnapped your dear wife, Sita. He has taken her to the castle in Lanka, trying to stop me. He has killed me. Forgive me.